Alright, y'all, man. It's your boy Humble League 2 times for me. Back in that video, man, for me. Follow the Instagram at Humble League 2 times. Now, look, today's time we're talking about the truth about soul contracts and past lives. Now, look, for today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving a huge shout out to myself as well for wanting to receive this good information and give out this good information as well. I'm also giving you a shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take energy out of y'all's day to come rock with me, show me love, support, you feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much more than love always deeply. I'm also sending good positive energy, good positive protection, good positive feeling, and good positive energy towards everyone always deeply. Let's go ahead and get more deeper into the video. Also, if you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, just DM me on my Instagram at HumbleLeague 2 times. Let's go ahead and get more deeper into the video. The truth about past lives and soul contracts. Now look, right? When it comes to your soul contract, right? Hold on, y'all, 1 second. So, when it comes to your soul contract, right? Not everybody has a soul contract because not everybody has a soul. You have to have a soul to have a soul contract. Now, the thing is, with your soul contract, excuse me, it's basically that you are assigned to do certain things, right? For an example, you're like on a mission, right? So there's certain things or certain tasks that you are supposed to complete, right? Now, another thing is, too, with your soul contract, like I said, you have to have a soul to even have a soul contract. So if you don't have a soul, then you don't have a soul contract. But with the soul contract, it's basically you sign the contract to do certain things, right? This is why a lot of us will come down here, will try to work and slave and work a job, but it's like, no matter how much you try to work and slave a job, you eventually end up leaving the job because it's not a part of your soul contract. And it's distracting you. It's not distracting you, it's trying to distract you from your soul contract. You see what I'm saying? This is why you be quitting and leaving jobs and this and that. Because me personally, bro, I don't stay at a job long. I don't. Because it's not a part of my soul contract. It's not a part of my purpose. I'm not really supposed to be working no job. If you black, you're not supposed to be working no job. You know, even if you're not black, we're not supposed to be working no job. But especially if you're black, you definitely not supposed to be working no job. So your soul contract is where you sign up to do certain things. This is why a lot of people will come down here and they'll be healers, right? Consistently, constantly healing, right? Maybe so. And you got some people that come down here and you know, they help people with during sound bowls, using sound bowls, which that is also another form of healing, you know, etc. But now when it comes to past lives, right? This video is excuse me. This video is mainly about the soul. So if you don't have a soul, I'm not going to tell you not to watch this video, but a lot of this stuff that I'm saying probably doesn't have anything to do with you because you don't have a soul. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. But this video is mainly about the soul. But look, right? For you, excuse me, for you to have a past life or to have multiple lives, you have to have a soul, right? Maybe so. So if you don't have a soul, you don't have a past life. You just have one life, unless you unless you take your consciousness and conscious transfer. If you do stuff like that, then that's different. But besides that, you have one life, right? Now with your past life, right? Like for an example, I'm a guide, right? I have multiple past lives. You know, this is not my first time down here on this planet. Right, I'm a reincarnation. You know, a reincarnation means you've already been down there before, but you came back here before. I am a reincarnation. I've already been here before. This is why at such a young age, I've always been very advanced when it came to real esoteric information, insight. I've always been just steps ahead, multiple steps ahead, gaps ahead, because a lot of this stuff I remember all of the stuff that I've learned and experienced because I've been down here before, right? You see what I'm saying, bro? So, you know, my soul is pretty experienced, right? So, you know, like one of my past lives, I was actually part of the Kemet tribe, right? Part of the Egyptians, right? You know, shout out Ancient Kemet, you know, Infinite Talia. Shout out everybody, Infinite Talia. But, you know, past lives are real, all right? And it's like, if you have a soul, then you probably, if not 9 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, you have at least one other past life. And with past lives, how do you know if you have a past life? One, you gotta have a soul. Two, if you have a soul, deep meditation, meditating, getting off social media, getting away from people, and really just tapping in with yourself, bro, on a higher, deeper level, bro. Tapping in with God, tapping in with the universe on a higher, deeper level, bro. A lot of people don't know a lot of people don't remember, a lot of people feel like they don't remember their soul contract or their soul purpose or, you know, their past life. It's because you're not going into isolation, bro. You're not tapping in, you're not meditating, bro. You're not fasting, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta fast, so that's another way that can't help you. You're eating horrible foods, bro, and that's messing with your memory, right? This is why a lot of us can't remember stuff, it's because of the food you're eating too, bro. For real. Some of the food that we're eating as well, so, you know, I'm not saying you gotta be in isolation all the time, but, bro, isolation is a good thing, bro. It can be a very good thing because you can really just sit there and really, like, it's less distractions, bro. You're more at peace when you, a lot of times, a lot of us are more at peace when we are just in that darkness, that dark energy, that light energy. We are the dark and the light. See what I'm saying, bro? So when you are just alone, you can really just focus more. Like, for an example, bro, I used to do school. I've already graduated, blah, 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 right? When I used to be in school, I remember I used to talk to my homies or whatever, and I used to get distracted. But I noticed, like, when I'd be alone, I'd, like, click a lot better with the work that I'm doing, right? Sometimes, bro, it's better to be alone, bro. And I'm just using that as an example. Shout out to people that I used to go to school with. But, you know what I'm saying? It's just imperative. It's cool to be in isolation, bro. Don't let people around you make you think there's something wrong with being in isolation. As long as you being yourself and you truly, genuinely enjoy being alone, it's helping you getting stuff done you need to get done. It's helping you better yourself, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it then, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can be in isolation season 4 as long as you want to, bro. Your whole life if you want to. But another way how to remember your past life or past lives with an S, what are some things that you are very fascinated and very interested in and you've been interested in your whole life? You know what I'm saying? For an example, right? Let's say a 4-year-old. You put him on the drums one time. Now, every time you look, your 4-year-old kid is on the drums every day. But he's not just on the drums, he's really playing the drums. Like, you would think this kid, if you just heard him play the drums without seeing the person, you would think this kid is in like his mid-30s or 40s or something. Right? Because that's probably an old soul, even though the soul don't get old. I'm using it as an example. See what I'm saying, bro? So he probably already, in his past life, he done probably was already playing the drums. That's why he is so attracted to it in this lifetime. That's why he's so good at it at this lifetime at such a young age, even though aging isn't even real. And I might make a whole separate video breaking down how to not age. You know, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of it does have to do with genetics. Because my mother, and my father both have just a young look in the face. So, of course, I got that genetic as well. But even if your mother and your father don't have a young look in the face, you can still have a young look in the face and in your body, etc., bro. And I'm gonna just give y'all some sauce right here in this video, but I might make a whole separate video tomorrow and just really go more in depth and really break it down more on how to stay in that youthful young look, like / body, etc., bro. So look, right? Stop celebrating birthdays. Stop celebrating your birthday, bro. Because when you're doing that, you're reversing your energy, bro. You putting a spell on yourself. You putting a loop on yourself because you celebrating it every year. And then when somebody asks you what your age is, you're confirming that you're that age. You're not that age, bro. I'm not sitting here saying if somebody asks you how old are you, can't tell them how old you are, but it's imperative to know deep within yourself that you don't have no age. I'm so-called 19, but I know deep inside I'm not 19. I'm no age. I'm Ali. If somebody asks me who I am, all I really have to say is Ali. Because that's explaining who I am, truly. Ali, I am that I am. Of course, I can go on more in depth and explain to the person who I am more, of course. But if I just wanted to sum it up real quick, I could just simply say Ali. Right? Now look, right? Another thing is, too, is by eating healthy, bro. Eating healthy and genetics does, yes, play a big role in that, as well as having a young, useful look, etc. But eating healthy, bro, etc. But like I said, I might make a whole video tomorrow breaking it down, but I just gave y'all a little bit of sauce on that. But you know, if you want to learn more about your past life or past lives, what are some things that you're really interested in? What are some things that you really just click to you at such a young age, right? You know, and what are some things that you really like and are very fascinated with? What are some of the cartoons or some of the superheroes that you really like? Right, you might have those powers, you know what I'm saying, etc. Maybe so. And excuse me. Going back to your soul contract, right? This is why, like, no matter how hard the Matrix try to make you work or slave or do certain things that you don't want to do, it's like it's something within you that's just like, this ain't for me, bro. I want to do this. I want to do what truly makes me happy. I want to do what I truly feel good about doing. I want to do this, which I would do, that I would do for free, right? If I'm getting paid or not from it, because that's your soul contract. That's one of the main reasons why you're down here. It's the reason why I come on here almost every day and record a video, because it's a part of my soul contract. It's one of the main reasons I came down here. One of the main reasons I came down here was to help myself and help my people, help the planet, etc. Because the ancestors have already told me, my spirit guides have already told me before I even came down here, we want you to go down there. We're going to be with you. It might not seem like we with you, Ali, but we with you every step of the way. And I'm with them every step of the way. We with each other every step of the way. See what I'm saying, bro? There's beings all around me right now. See what I'm saying, bro? So this is why you be feeling like you just gotta keep going and keep doing what you truly love. That's what you truly love. That's one of the main reasons why you truly down here, bro. And that's real, etc. But look, man, if you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAli 2 times. Excuse me. And I'll catch y'all females on the next one, man. Peace.